Hello, everyone. This is Catherine Jelinek with the Skinny Platform, and I am thrilled this morning to be here with EOS implementer Stephen Solano. Hi, Stephen. How are you?
I'm doing great, Catherine. Grateful to be here. Nice to see you.
Wonderful. Good to see you too. So, share with us about your nugget that you're sharing in this book. What is your nugget all about?
Well, my nugget is about gratitude, and I named it Gratitude Made Simple because we could all use more gratitude in our lives. I just believe that if we don't have gratitude, we're missing out. Catherine, earlier in my life, I was not so focused on gratitude. And the moment I started focusing more on just being grateful, thankful, and just giving out that energy, my life really turned around for the best. So it's in my heart, and I wanted to share my nugget about making gratitude simple.
That's beautiful. How did your life change after giving more intentionality to um, gratitude?
Yeah, so I am 51, and in my 20s, I look back thinking that overall in life, I was out there trying to get something, whether it was work or personal, trying to get something for me. And then as I've matured over these past few decades, I realize that the more that I give from the heart and I make it sincere, just good things happen to me. So I just flipped the switch in my brain to just being a giver, abundance mindset, being thankful for what I have, and things tend to work out for the best for me, living my way that way.
The abundance mindset feels really connected to gratitude, that they're two sides of a similar coin.
They
Can you share a
are.
little?
Go ahead, Catherine. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it was just prompting and you were
Yeah.
right there. Just share a little more about that and how they're connected for you.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit of a data geek. I like to see the data behind things, and I actually research gratitude, and the data is in. There is stuff in the brain that's been proven by scientists that if you are grateful and if you have gratitude, just there's so many good benefits health wise, emotional wise for your health, both mental and physical. So, for one, it's a good thing to practice gratitude. And it's not just about being thankful, it's about taking action and making sure that you are expressing and taking action to show gratitude to others. Just feels great. It feels really good.
So, continue to elaborate on what gratitude in action means. Does it only mean like expressing our thankfulness to others and um, verbally expressing it, or are there other actions to take that fill that bucket? Other
Yeah,
ways to actively grateful.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great question. I narrowed it down to 5 steps to make gratitude made simple. So I'll just share those steps and expand about that. The first one for me was just to commit to daily gratitude action. In our mind, we can say thanks to everything, but if we don't put action and share with others, gratitude doesn't become real. So step one for me was to commit to daily gratitude action. That means telling somebody I care about how grateful I am for them, making it a positive experience for somebody else, things like that. Number two, I have researched the benefits of gratitude. People want facts. If you go to YouTube and you just type in health benefits of gratitude, you could go on a rabbit hole for days. Um, Three, set your daily gratitude hour. So I was a photographer in the Army, and I learned that when I was out and about taking pictures, right about sunset, an hour before sunset, the sun is real low to the horizon, and there's a shine in the air. And nowadays, when I see that shine before sunset, it's my gratitude hour to pause and think, hey, did I have a great day? Did I give my best? Was I grateful? Was I thankful? So it's going to happen. We're going to have a sunset today, and I'm going to be out there somewhere smiling, thinking, yeah, I did my best. Four, get creative expressing gratitude. There's no rules to this. It doesn't cost anything. Just your heart and good intentions. Just have some fun. And five, surround yourself with people who are grateful. I find that I've had to let some people in my life go that were not a good fit. And that allowed me to welcome others. So surrounding yourself with people who have a great heart, abundance mindset, and are grateful, you're just going to have a great life.
I understand that moment in life when you start creating more space for people who resonate with who you are now and bring you up. That's really wise of you to highlight that along with gratitude as the people who we're getting energy from.
Exactly.
Do you, do you have any examples when you mention like the creative ways that there's creative ways to be grateful? What are some examples of showing up differently with gratitude or creatively expressing gratitude?
I got a great one from this past weekend. So my daughter was out with her mom and some friends on a pontoon boat, and my daughter loves Survivor. She's 13, and she sent me a little skit of her and everybody on the pontoon boat with the Survivor music in the background, all nodding like they're going to the island. It was so funny. I just enjoyed seeing my little kiddo being so creative. So that was her expression to me, which made me so thankful to have a beautiful daughter. And I said, I'm going to put some effort into this. So I created a little skit of me being in the woods. I did it almost past sunset. So there was some crickets behind the scenes. You would have thought that I was not in Wisconsin. It looked like I was in Southeast Asia. And I found an idol and I opened it and I made a skit. I had a little bandana with a Survivor logo. I mean, I went all in, Catherine, and I sent that out to her. And then she just texted me a whole bunch of heart emojis and fires about how much she loved it. And although she was with her mom having some fun away from me, just over text and those videos, we were both grateful for each other. That's pretty creative. It was fun doing the skit too.
So cool. And it's just a way of demonstrating your connection and your love for each other. And obviously a language that each of you understands, like Survivor and playfulness. And it's so cool. That's a great example of something unique like that, but being able to express care and gratitude for a person. So, and then let's talk about gratitude hour for you.
Yeah.
What are you actually doing the whole hour? Does it take a whole hour? Like thinking through the mind of those who might be listening and wanting to use some of these nuggets and implement them, like, oh my gosh, do I have to do this for a whole hour? What am I doing for an hour? So tell
That's a
us what
great
you do.
question. Yeah, great question. So it doesn't take a whole hour. It could just take a few seconds during that hour. So I'll share two examples. If I'm in an EOS session, very often that sunset happens while I'm in session in my session room, and I have a big window and I can see the sun setting, and I could just be at the whiteboard. When I see that, I just smile for a second and just say, "Yeah, I'm serving my clients, and I'm having a great day, and I'm grateful," and I move on with my life in my day. So it's not the whole hour, it's just pausing. I know the sun's going to set. So come sunset, that time, it's just a daily reminder it's going to happen for me. And then if I'm not in session, I could be found probably walking my little 10-pound Maltese who's 16 years old. The vet said he's about 100 years old and he's still in great shape. So if I'm walking with him, I just look down at him and say, I'm grateful you're still around. Love you, buddy.
It sounds like though the twilight hour or the sunset hour is really part of how you remind yourself to tune into that moment of gratitude. It doesn't have to be throughout the whole hour, but it's that the hour reminds you
Yeah,
to
yeah.
to step into that.
Yeah, and I think everybody's different. I know somebody who wakes up early in the morning to go often for a run or a walk. That's not me, but that's their hour. But I think in every 24 hours, if you just set that intention that you're going to have a marker of a time, that every day you're going to commit to building your gratitude practice, just great things are going to happen. Just like you go to the gym to lift weights to build muscle, it takes effort to build gratitude. So I wanted to make sure I had an anchor in my day. And for me, that's the sunset.
That's beautiful. I'll have a personal share because I was reading your nugget write up and I was
Okay.
reading over it and I'm like, am I doing these things? You know, where do I need to level up? But I was really excited to realize that I do have my time that I'm grateful. So I have my gratitude hour too. When my children who are really young, 5 and 3, take naps in the afternoon,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
take a walk outside, which is perfect time to kind of like shake off, the computer and work and think about, just expand my mind and energy again into nature and the bigger themes in my life. But I usually start my walk thinking about and reflecting on the things I love the most and what I'm most grateful for to just reorient myself. So I,
That's so
I,
great,
I feel you. I
Catherine.
have
Yeah.
yeah, I have my moment. Yeah, I don't turn on my, music right away and I try and just
Yeah.
reflect and think about what I love the most.
And when you come back from that walk, Catherine, do you feel a little bit more balanced, more refreshed?
Definitely. And I think that it's, I've gone in weeks sometimes where the gratitude part of that walk doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And you're right. It makes a big difference. It's a huge shift in orientation that
Hmm.
has a lot of ripple effects throughout the day and the week. When I'm thinking and tuning into gratitude, yeah, everything hums better.
Yeah. I found that, we're living such a fast paced, music's always on, the phone is chiming, there's so many distractions. That walk you take is getting you back into nature for a second, just to kind of get balanced. It's the same thing for me when I'm out and I see that sunset, just to take a deep breath for a moment. So, yeah, whenever that hour comes for everybody, I hope they get that moment every day to experience what we're experiencing.
Moment of presence,
Yes,
presence and gratitude kind of required to be one and the same too.
exactly.
Is there anything else about this practice or habit that you'd like to share before we conclude?
Yes, Catherine, I wanted to share that when I meet people in their abundance mindset and they have a grateful heart, I can just feel it. It just they're just good people who want to do good. And I find myself that they give me energy. I've also found that when I'm having a conversation with somebody and they want something from me, or they're very disbalanced, it's a little bit more noisy as far as the exchange of us being together, present. So I've just wanted to share that life gets really interesting when you surround yourself with people who are abundance mindset and grateful. You can have a bigger impact in this world if we all band together more with gratitude. So I'm really thankful for you spending some time about this today.
Well, it's a delight to spend time with you, Stephen, and it's been fun right away once we got on the video call here together before we were even recording. I think the word grateful and gratitude came out of your mouth like 3 times
I am grateful.
before. Yes, yes, it was just it's woven into who you are. So that's so beautiful to see, and it's cool to get to be around people who are very intentional about the abundance mindset and connecting from the heart with others. So I'm grateful to have met you, Stephen, and I think the entrepreneurs you're serving are very lucky to have someone who's so intentional there to guide and help their company in the way that you're doing it. So thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
what you're
much.
doing.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Grateful for this time together.
Likewise. Wonderful. So that's all from Stephen Solano, and thank you so much, Stephen. Take care.
Take care.
This episode of the Podcast of Nuggets is presented by The Skinny Platform and is released in support of Freedom Reads, a national nonprofit opening handcrafted, curated 500 book libraries in prison cell blocks across America. Freedom libraries are more than just books. They are lifelines. They bring connection, hope, and dignity to prisons. Learn more at freedomreads.org. Freedom begins with a book.